How's it going? Nate here. Let's talk about how to sing Waymaker. I've come up with 7 tips for approaching this song, so let's get right to it. All right, the first thing that I always tell people when it comes to this song particularly is for the chorus and the bridge of this song to let the final syllable of several of the words just kind of be thrown off, to not really over-sing those words. And so let me tell you exactly which words those are. So for the chorus, it's maker, worker, and keeper. The final syllable should just kind of be thrown off. If you sing it too much, it won't sound good in the style. Here's how it'll sound if you do it correctly. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. And now here's what it would sound like if you sing that last syllable too much. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. Now the same applies to the bridge. In the bridge, it goes, even when I don't see it, you're working. So that final word, working, when the melody goes down as well, you should just kind of let the last syllable go and not over-sing it also. Here's how that would sound. Even when I don't see it, you're working. You never stop working. So this is really important just to stay within the style of the song and to make sure that you're not singing outside of the style. The next thing I like to do is to sing this whole song on a hum. What this does is that it really helps me to get the melody in my voice, make sure that I'm really hitting the notes well and with good technique. So I would encourage you to do the same thing. Practice it on a hum. This is what I mean by that. And then after you've done it on a hum, choose one of the 5 pure vowels, a, e, I, o, u, and sing it on one of those. And here's how that would sound. As you're doing that, you should be focusing on 3 things technically. Focus on connecting through each note so that there are no gaps, so that everything is legato and very smooth. And then second, make sure that you're supporting and giving enough breath support to the high notes and not putting any strain on your vocal folds. And then finally, make sure that you're singing with good musical phrasing. And so here's what I mean by that. Once you've really gotten that down, I'll challenge you to sing on the vowels of the words without the consonants. It's just kind of tricky, but here's how that would sound. And then finally, put the words back in, put the consonants back in, and sing the words, applying all this technique that you've just worked on. And believe me, it's gonna feel really, really great, and you're gonna have it in your voice really nicely. So once you've gotten the whole song just nicely in your voice, it's time to work on some details. And so I wanna draw your attention specifically to how you're gonna transition from verse 3 into the chorus where you jump the octave up. And so if you're gonna lead this song in your church, it's really helpful to map it out and to figure out what you're gonna sing from the transition of verse 3 into the chorus. And there's multiple things you can do with this. So you just gotta find what works well in your voice and what you're comfortable with and what you can just lead in. And so let me give you a few examples, maybe how I would sing it, how some of the other artists sing it, so that you can go from there. So here's some examples of that. I worship you, yeah. I worship you, Lord, and you are Waymaker. I worship you, oh, I worship you, Waymaker. I worship worship you, yeah. I worship you, and you are Waymaker. I worship you, I worship you, and you are Waymaker. Now this leads us to the chorus, the high chorus. And so I want to help you know how to approach this high chorus and this high bridge, and the rest of the song is just all very high. And so what you really need to do here is to make sure that you're not singing too heavy, because the whole rest of this song is in a very high tessitura, which means that you're singing in a high range for a long period of time, and it doesn't give your voice a chance to rest, to come to low notes. You're just staying up there. And so if you sing with weight the whole time in this heaviness, your voice is going to get extremely tired. So you really need to sing with a light vocal production. That is who you are. That is who you are. Now that we've sung all those high notes, I want to bring up a really important thing, is find the right key to sing this song in. So find your vocal range and make sure that you're singing this song in the correct key. This song has a range of an octave and a sixth, so it has a quite large range, especially if you're doing this whole jumping the octave thing. And so you want to make sure that you're not singing too high for too long and straining your voice. So what I would recommend is that you find what notes are comfortable in your voice for the high chorus and the high bridge, and then see if the low notes in that key are manageable in your range as well, and then choose the key that way. And so I want to help you out here and just give you an idea. If your vocal range is about this, then you should sing it in this key. If your vocal range is between these notes, this key would work well. And then here's another example right here, and another example right here. And so you can just take a screenshot of that, and hopefully that should give you more clarity in figuring out which key you should sing that in when you're leading this at church. Now this is what I'm going to call worship leader interjections. This is when the worship leader will either sing a line that I just sang again as kind of ad-lib, or will sing a line that's about to be sung preceding that line to give the congregation direction as far as what's going to go next. And so there are really two ways that you can do this, especially when it comes to this song, is you can stop singing the final few words of a section, and this is what that would sound like. You never stop working, you never stop, Waymaker, Waymaker. Or from going from the chorus to the tag, when there's a bit of space or musical interlude spot, you can sing the next line in that gap. Light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are, that is who you are, that is who you are. My main recommendations when doing this, however, is to stay within your zone as a singer and sing notes that you know you can just sing well, and to plan ahead what you want to sing beforehand, so you have an idea, or you've already mapped it out what you're going to sing in those spots. This last thing is by far the most important, and that is just to mean the words when you sing them. And this is how I would go about that. First, I would just read the words out loud, or read them quietly in your heart, and then just internalize them. You know, think about them. Stop and think about them. And then when you sing it, like, don't just sing the words, mean them. These are amazing truths we're singing about, and people can tell if you're just mouthing them. And then similarly, if you really do mean them, people will totally be able to tell that, and your heart will be able to tell that too. And so I encourage you to just grow in this area of really meaning the words when you sing it. Well, that's it. I hope you found this helpful. If some of these techniques I talked about are new to you, I've actually put together a free vocal technique mini course, which you can find in the description, and that'll cover things in a lot more detail. And if you really want to dive deep, we also put together a full vocal course that you can also check out down there. Otherwise, please smash the like button on this video so that more people can see this, and consider subscribing to our channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.